Hello, everybody, and welcome to the YouTube channel Banking Fundas. I'm your learning partner, Sushila Hariharan. You must be wondering, what is this BNPL? So I took a lot of inspiration from the next gen, which uses a lot of acronyms for their WhatsApp chats, Zoom chats like IDK, IK, GN, TC, etc. And I said, let me also start off my presentation with talking about acronyms BNPL, standing for Buy Now, Pay Later. The world of consumer financing is remarkable. You might have a lot of aspirations to pick up items, to shop for those electronic items. You're perhaps aspiring to buy that fantastic iPhone 13, or even looking at buying a dishwasher, washing machine, especially during the COVID times when maids are not allowed into homes. Or while you're surfing through many of the sets, many of the websites, you look at big sale, mega sale, fire sale, etc. And even though you don't actually need the product, you say, okay, let me take a look at what is it that is being sold, right? And when you look at these two things and you see a big sale come in, unfortunately for you, you realize, like Mr. Minion over here, you're having an out of the money experience. That's not good, right? So you want to make that purchase as well, but unfortunately your wallet doesn't support you. Step in the new fintech segment called as BNPL, which is disrupting the way lending businesses is being conducted in India, especially in consumer financing. This segment is created a completely automated lending process. And because of the cutting edge technology that it uses, the traditional banks are being harnessed out of this sector completely by these companies such as Zest, which is a startup company, Simple without an E, another startup fintech company, Capital Float, ePay Later, and many others. Some of these companies have got millions of dollars of private equity funding from venture capital investors because the market for consumer financing in India is huge. We find that even though we have put in a lot of efforts into financial inclusion through payment banks, small finance banks, and multiple schemes announced by the government, financial inclusion isn't complete yet. And many of the Indian borrowers still run to the unorganized lending sector. So this sector is formal, it is recognized, it is organized, and most importantly, through the use of cutting edge technology, it enables consumers to buy products with a seamless borrowing experience. The funda of BNPL is very simple. You're surfing through the websites, you find some good products that you need to buy, which are needed for the house or for yourself. You make a purchase on that particular site. You then opt for the buy now, pay later option, BNPL, right? And make a small down payment as is expected from most borrowers for the overall purchase amount. And the rest of the money is paid through EMI installments back to the lender. The market opportunity is huge in BNPL. In 2021, the BNPL market comprised of loans totally aggregating to 21,000 crore rupees. It is projected that this market will grow to 3,50,000 crore rupees in the next 5 years. That is a quantum leap of almost a 10 times growth, even more than 10 times growth in this emerging sector, completely driven by fintech. In 2021, the number of customers was 1.5 crore individuals. And this number in the next 5 years is expected to also grow almost tenfold to 10 crore individuals. The reason I'm stressing on the word individuals is because BNPL loans are rarely given for non-individuals, as in they're not given to businesses or for corporate segment. Let's take a look at some of the product specifications. The BNPL loan sizes typically range between 5,000 rupees, go up to a maximum of 1 lakh rupees. The average of the loan sizes being between 15 to 18,000 rupees. Most of the consumers, a large segment of the consumers are the online shoppers. And during the last 2 years, because many of the consumers have shifted from offline shopping to online shopping because of the pandemic, the market has exponentially just grown unbelievably. The loan duration typically is for 30 to 36 months. So you buy a product today, you can spend the next 30 months repaying the loan amount via EMIs. The backbone or the strength on which the BNPL loans are disbursed is the CIBIL score, which determines the credit worthiness of the borrower. We're going to have a separate module on CIBIL score to understand how retail individuals are scored for their credit worthiness. Most BNPL companies use a 4-factor model for calculation of interest. The first factor is what is the product being financed. So whether it is a microwave amount which is about 7,000 to 8,000 rupees, or whether it's a washing machine which ranges in the between 35,000 to 38,000 rupees, that is a key determinant of what is the product that is being financed. The second factor is the CIBIL score of the borrower. Higher the CIBIL score, lower would be the interest rate that is charged on the loan. So CIBIL scores, higher the score, greater the credit worthiness, lower is the interest rate. The third factor is the loan amount. Depending upon what is the quantum of the loan that is being disbursed, what is the percentage of the asset that is being financed, and finally, the duration of the loan. Some of the loans are for periods of 24 months, some of the loans are for a period of 36 months. Obviously, the interest rates will vary depending upon these 4 factors. The interest that is calculated is simple interest, which is along the lines of EMI loan repayment. So typically, a BNPL company would say that interest as low as 1.5%. But unfortunately, they write after that PM and not PA. PM stands for per month and PA stands for per annum. So the interest is calculated per month. All EMI loans are called as amortization loans because amortization implies the reduction in the principal amount for calculation of the next EMI. The annual percentage rate is the broader measure of the cost of borrowing. APR includes the interest cost plus the processing fees, transaction charges, insurance, and other costs. I'll be soon uploading another presentation on what is APR versus what is the interest rate, APY versus what is the interest rate, and how does it work. In BNPL loans, we till date in India, we have only fixed rate APRs. So if, let me give an example. If the interest rate is 8% per annum, you add all the other costs, the interest cost could go up to almost 12%. Okay. But since BNPL loans are calculating interest per month, they normally take the charges upfront. So the APR is impacted only in the first year of the loan. The third aspect is the fixed rate APR. In India, we still don't have variable rate APR for BNPL loans, but very soon it's expected that when the Reserve Bank of India allows for consumer financing to be based on variable rate interest rates, then that too could make an entry into the dynamic and potentially high growth sector. Okay, let's start off with our three question concept check. What do you think? Corporates are the target audience for BNPL loans. Is that true or is that false? Yeah, they are not. They are not. Okay, that's completely false. The second concept, BNPL loans are large value in ticket size. Do they run into 1 crore? Is it for a 1 crore home? Is it for a 50 crore corporate loan? Is it for a 10,000 rupee microwave oven? Absolutely false. It is small value in ticket size. Mark my words, this industry is making such a great impact in the country that they are going to be the next set of fintech companies that will be soon launched in the stock markets as well, the IPO market. CIBIL score is the scoring for corporate borrowers. Is that true or is that false? That's false. Credit rating is for corporate borrowers. CIBIL score is for retail borrowers. Okay. So all the three answers to this presentation were false. Thank you so much for checking out this video. If you like the content, please do comment, please share and subscribe. And I will come up with my next presentation on a banking related concept that is new to you and that will make your concepts clearer. Thank you for listening to Banking Fundas with Sushila Hariharan.